What's up, my people? How not day waiting they happen, waiting this up. So, guys, what's this conversation about Davido not representing Nigerians well or Nigeria well overseas? So, Davido was interviewed recently.
My original question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those,
leave America and go where?
But Davido, because he's from Nigeria, shared his own thoughts about it. And of course, you can only use where you know more about their economy, which is his country, right? His homeland. And he said that he wouldn't advise anybody, any of them, to think of leaving America to Nigeria because it's not cool back home. That means there's serious struggle in Nigeria.
Back home?
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not?
My country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the.
You're not gonna try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil.
Look, Nigerians, I know we want to be patriotic. I am as well. Like, I love Nigeria to death. Like, for real. But we have to say the truth. Do you like what you're saying? You see, there are some people who are out of touch. There are some people who pretend, oh, it's still my country anyways, blah, blah, blah. That does not mean that you should not state the fact. I don't know whether you're getting this. And you can see this guy trying to put his words together to not make it look that bad. Right? But he was stating the reality. Yesterday, on my way to Lekki, while in the car with the Uber guy, right, or the boat guy, right, that guy noticed something. While we're approaching one, I've forgotten the name of that place, but it's around Lekki. He said, "Sir, I don't think you've been paying attention to what is going on these past few days. It's December time. Check out, look at the road, look at everywhere. The road was scanty. Before, you will see people shopping for Christmas. You will see like this everywhere, just scanty. You would have been hearing or seeing a lot of adverts for events, social gathering and all that. It is not like before because it is hard. Everything is expensive. People could not even drive. They have a car, but they can't drive because the cost of petrol, transportation is expensive. Food is expensive. Everything is expensive. And nothing is guaranteed. There are people who are still doing well. Don't get me wrong. And there are sectors that are still doing well. And maybe you're lucky enough to grow a big business here than that. But, it's just dicey right now. Anyways, guys, that is it. Christmas is coming, sure, because money no day. Let us move straight to the next one. And this one is really a sad story, about this lady, Olajumoke. And I remember, I think I actually did a short documentary on her. I don't know, I talked about her. I can't remember. Hearing her story now, like life after fame, it just makes it more difficult to believe. Like a lady that we all adore, we all, respect just because of how she became famous is now broke, struggling. That seemed like she had it all. Appeared on CNN,
At what point did you just lose it? Because you are no longer the celebrity we knew in 2016, 2017, 2018. Yes. You are no longer the same person. So time will keep kilo shele gongo.
Àti time tí ina to committee department so gba ni gbogbo tí lọ sílẹ̀ díẹ̀ díẹ̀ bí kò bo orúkọ mi jẹ́ nígbà yẹn gan tó yẹ pé gba wọ́n tó help nígbà yẹn gan tó sọ against wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn so at time yẹn ni gbogbo tí lọ sílẹ̀ díẹ̀ yọwọ́ pé àwọn ilé bóyá àwọn ilé ò fẹ́ more ni o gba wọ́n tó assist mi tó di pé sọ̀rọ̀ sí wọn so gbogbo àyẹn ní gbogbo yẹn ti ń lọ díẹ̀.
Wow. So where are you now? Where do you currently stay? Where do you stay now?
ń sìn báyìí tó because wo house rent tí ọkùnrin jùmọ̀ tó san ní Sùúrùlérè yẹn ti expire so mo wà ní mòwe ni mò ń gbé ń sìn báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mòwe yẹn ó dẹ̀ jìnnà because tójú bá ń rọ̀ gan báyìí tí máa fẹ́ jáde mi ò ní lè jáde máa ní láti wà nínú àga particular place ibi tí mò ń gbé yẹn ibẹ̀ nígbà tójú bá ti rọ̀ báyìí gọ́tà yẹn gbẹ máa fún tẹ́pẹ́ gbẹ máa kún kò sẹ́ni tó máa lè jáde níbẹ̀ nígbà tójú bá ti lè rọ̀ báyìí àwọn ọmọ gò nílé lọ sí school tójú bá ti lè rọ̀ báyìí lọ́dọ̀ wa ń bẹ̀ yẹn.
Talking about school, to mention ye.
First of all, I think lack of exposure played a huge role.
Ibati, everything to rosy, that time that you were hot. Did anybody talk to you about you furthering your education?
Yeah, so Uncle Sijuma tó ngba yẹn bá mi san owó nígbà yẹn. Láti máa bẹ̀yẹn ní wà ní Lekki.
Adult school,
yes, ní Lekki ló wà. Mo máa lọ síbẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn bọ̀ǹgbà tí ò sí agbára àti máa lọ owó transport so ìgbà yẹn mo wá stop ẹ̀.
Láti Sùúrùlérè lọ sí Lekki?
Lọ sí Lekki, yes.
Okay, so you stopped it. So you did not continue your education?
Yes.
What about your management team? Ṣé kò sí bí manager tó bá ẹ tó gbogbo ẹ, tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó máa bá ẹ schedule day ẹ tó máa bá ẹ schedule gbogbo, endorsement ẹ àti gbogbo lílọ bíbọ̀ ẹ? There was nobody around? So you're doing it all by yourself?
Yes.
Did you ever mention all these things that you were going through, this abuse, to T.Y. Bello or Azuka?
No, mi ò sọ anything fẹ́mi ọkọ. Ó kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ gidi because nígbà yẹn pé mi ò kúrò lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí Àsúkà ṣe mọ̀ pé ní táìmù kan mo ti fìgbà yẹn kúrò lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí Àsúkà tí mo ní mọ́níjà mi yẹn Victoria ní orúkọ ẹ̀.
Okay.
Because pé mi ò kúrò lọ́dọ̀ àǹtí Àsúkà ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn life mi ò lè rí bí eléyìí.
Okay, if you did not leave
Auntie Asuka,
okay,
to go and look for another manager.
Like look for another manager.
Fúnra mi náà ni mo rí manager yẹn. Fúnra mi ni mo rí because auntie travel nígbà yẹn Auntie Asuka.
So how was the relationship with you and Victoria? Báwo ni báwo ló ṣe lọ?
Kò lọ dáadáa rárá, kò lọ dáadáa rárá. In fact mo kàn regret pé tí mo kúrò lọ́dọ̀ Auntie Asuka lọ sí ọwọ́ another person because ọgbà tá Auntie Asuka fi ń wà pẹ̀lú mi yẹn gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n wá fún mi gbà yẹn wọn kì í gbowó rárá wọ́n kàn máa wá iṣẹ́ yẹn fún mi wọ́n á ní Jùmọ̀kẹ́ send your account number to them àwọn ènìyàn máa sanwó sínú àkáǹtì mi.
And number two, which I would say is number one, is it could happen to anybody. The partner you choose to be with in life could ruin you. So this lady said that her husband beat her up, like she went through domestic violence, and that is why she couldn't keep up with the fame because she was dealing with trouble at home. You see, there are some people in your life, as long as they are in your life, you will never grow. There are some ladies that will be in your life as a man and you won't move forward. You won't think, you won't even, things will not just work out. And it's not spiritual problem, no. It is just the person you have by your side. It happens to a woman too, where the man is just jealous of you 24/7 and you can't even have peace at home. So it affects your judgment, it affects the way you think, it affects everything about you. So the things that you do, you make mistakes at work, you make mistakes because you're thinking a lot, you're depressed, you're going through so much.
But then again, I mean, luck and fortune smiled on you and you were just like an A-list celebrity all of a sudden. So iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni àbí ṣé ṣe wà papọ̀ báyìí?
Àjọṣe papọ̀.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ fi sí papọ̀?
It's a long story. Kí n tó kúrò ní Ìré nígbà yẹn. Anyway, à ń gbé pẹ̀lú family house là ń gbé, ilé bàbá ọkọ mi, ibẹ̀ là ń gbé. So ẹ mọ̀ kò sọ́gbọ́n bí èsì máa gbé pẹ̀lú family ọkọ tí wọn kò ní sí problem. So
it is well, take your time.
Ìgbà tí mo wà ní Ọ̀ṣun state yẹn ní Ìré àti ìgbà yẹn ló ti wà láàrin mi àti bóyá èmi àti ìyá rẹ̀ bóyá Mr. Dasani wà láàrin wa tí ìyá rẹ̀ ti rojọ́ fún kò ní gbọ́ tẹnu tèmi kémi sọ̀rọ̀ ó máa nà mí tó máa nà mí tẹ́ pé gbára mi báyìí yóò máa tó máa ga fún ẹgbàá láyé pé yẹn na bébì ìgbà mi ò máa lé bẹ́ẹ̀t tó máa lé
it's gonna swell up whenever it beats you.
tẹ́ pé tó bá nà mí báyìí gbára mi báyìí máa lé mi tẹ́ pé gbára mi máa lé mi tún máa mú mọ́ra mi níjẹ́ kí mọ́ sí mi ó gbọ́ because mọ́ sí mi náà ń gbé mi ìrè yẹn because mọ́ sí mi bá gbọ́ tí n bá lọ sọ́dọ̀ mọ́ sí mi láti sọ fún mi pé báyìí mo ti máa ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ mọ́ sí mi tẹ́lẹ̀ láti sọ fún mọ́ sí mi máa sọ fún mi pé àwọn ò fẹ́ lọ́kọ yes pé bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn làwọn fẹ́ ní ọkọ pé kó lọ fẹ́ ọkọ because ìgbà yẹn àbúrò mọ́ sí mi ó ní mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ ìyẹn bàbá ọmọ mi yẹn pé mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ tẹ́pẹ́ yẹn máa nà mí pé àní mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ àwọn ti wà ní ìrètí pé àwọn táwọn ń gbé níbẹ̀ tó di pé mi dé láti Ìbàdàn pé àwọn làwọn nǹkan tí àwọn rí pé mi ò lè fẹ́ bọ̀ǹgà tọ́rọ̀ ní dẹ̀ ti wọ̀ kò sí tẹ́ everybody wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe mú so mo fi ń gbé pé pẹ̀lú wọn.
I remember vividly. Initially, she appeared alone in interviews and all that. Then afterwards, people started, asking questions. Where's the father of your kids? Where's this? Where's that? And there were rumors that this man beats her up. Right? But people didn't want to believe. There was emotions there where they want her to look complete, like to show the people that, yes, she's a responsible woman. So she's got to appear with the man. And that's how they were able to bring the man over. Nobody really, hear her problem, what she's going through. Is this man suitable for you? But people said she's acting like that because she encountered fame. But the man came to meet her, from the village and continue where he stopped, the beating, even after fame.
That 2016 January tí mo fẹ́ wá sí Èkó ńgbà yẹn so ó tó nà mí náà ni ní that particular January yẹn ọkàn tèmi ti ṣí láti pé kí n kúrò níbẹ̀ yẹn wá sí bakery padà because mo ti wá sí bakery yẹn rí pé kí n kúrò tó máa fi kó máa mú nínà tó máa nà mí pa ọkàn mi ti ṣí so tó wá di January yẹn náà mi sọ ìjà kan tún wáyé láàrin bẹ́yẹ̀mí àti yàrá bí ẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ or something like that náà ni so tó tún di pé nínà tó tún náà mi bóyá jẹ́ December 1st or December 29 mi ṣe ìrántí ká mọ̀ pé táìmù yẹn náà ni so tó tún di pé ó tún nà mí nígbà tí àǹtí ti wá bẹ lórí mi gbà yẹn so wọ́n bí mi gbà yẹn pé ṣé mo ní ọkọ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé mo lọ́kọ pẹ̀lú ọmọ méjì so ní wá ní inú àwọn máa dùn láti mìtì ọkọ mi náà because nǹkan táwọn bá fẹ́ ṣe fún mi ó máa jẹ́ pé ọkọ mi náà máa wà ní ibẹ̀.
So she wanted to meet your partner. So when you say oko in English means husband.
Yes.
So he's your husband. Ó fẹ́ tissue.
Ní Sulaka. No.
Ó fẹ́ ní Sulaka.
Yes.
So báwo lẹ ṣe tọmọ fi dé baby daddy. Wọ́n pè rú ìyẹn ní English.
Okay, baby daddy.
So was your baby daddy?
Yes.
Ṣé tí wàá bẹ lò mọ̀ pé baby daddy ni?
No, mi ò sọ fún bí kan gbà tí wọ́n bí mi nígbà yẹn pé ṣé mo lọ́kọ ẹ mọ̀ ojú ibi tó ètè mi gbé nígbà yẹn pé ṣé mo ní ọkọ mi dẹ̀ ní mo lọ́kọ pẹ̀lú ọmọ méjì wá nínú àwọn máa dùn láti meet ọkọ mi.
So you were never married to this man?
No, àti ṣe marriage àti wed. So mo dẹ̀ mo wá ń gbà yẹn so ngbà tó ń kú síjú mọ́tò tó ń dẹ̀ gba ilé fún wa bí kan wọ́n bí ọkọ síjú mọ́tò bí mi gbà yẹn pé ni mo máa like láti pé kan gbalẹ̀ fún sí mi wọ́n ní Surulere wà okay because mo mọ gbogbo yẹn nígbà tí mo fi ń kiri bread wọ́n ní Surulere máa wà okay so mi àtàwọn ọkọ mi àti àwọn ọmọ mi so bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwa move lọ síbẹ̀ together. ìgbà tí incident yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà 2016 yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn sọ fún mi pé ìgbà tí mo dé bakery tí mo sọ fún mi pé mo fẹ́ pe ọkọ mi pé wọ́n béèrè pé ṣé mo lọ́kọ mo ní ọkọ so yẹn wá sọ fún mi pé orí mi ò pé bó ṣe yẹ kí mo ní mo lọ́kọ ni bí ọkọ tó nà mí báyẹn tán treat mi like ẹrú bí slave bó ṣe yẹ kí n sọ fún pé mo ní ọkọ ni wọ́n sọ fún yẹn pé wọ́n ti máa ní mi ò ní ọkọ ìbọmọ rẹ̀ tí mo ti bí ọmọ méjì fún mo lọ́kọ náà nìyẹn ni ok ìwọ ló mọ̀ pé ó ti gentle jù á máa ṣe bí dìndín rìn nípa ẹ̀kọ́ sọ báyìí rárá ẹnìkan ẹlòmíràn tó support ní inú bakery yẹn pé ipa àwọn ní láìláì àwọn máa sọ pé àwọn ò ní ọkọ ni mo ní kò sí tí mo fẹ́ sọ mo láti sọ báyẹn mo dẹ̀ ti sọ nìyẹn mi dẹ̀ lè lọ bá wọn pé padà pé mi ò ní ọkọ so ló fi di pé ó dèrò Èkó tó wá sí Èkó. So màtàdé tún wà ní Èkó yẹn náà nínú ilé yẹn náà ti nà mí nínú ilé yẹn ní Sùúrùlérè tí ó ṣíjú mọ́tò tí wọ́n gbà fún wa ó ti nà mí ní inú ilé yẹn rán rí bí ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì.
So Nisuru, did you inform T.Y. Bello that you were in an abusive relationship with this man, or T.Y. Bello mọ̀?
Mi ò sọ fún anybody pé mi àti ẹ̀ ò máa rí, mo kàn ń pa gbogbo ẹ̀, mo ń pa mọ́ra. Mo jẹ́ nǹkan tó gentle, gbogbo family mo gba àwọn àbúrò mi kò sẹ́ni tí ò mọ̀ mi, mo jẹ́ nǹkan tó gentle, jẹ́jẹ́ mi mo máa ń lọ. So mi ò sọ fún anybody, mo kàn máa ń mú gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ra ni. Tó bá ti jáde lọ báyìí tó ti lọ mu ọtí, because ó máa ń jẹ́yàn tó máa ń tó máa ń ṣe fàájì yẹn, ó máa lọ báyìí the next tó bá dé ní bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ ìkéré kan ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí gbà ó máa nà mí tún máa mú mọ́ra. Mi ò ní jẹ́ kí anybody, mi ò ní sọ fún anybody. Fún ìyá tájọ́ ń gbé nílé ìyá náà lè di wa tó yẹ pé mi àti àyàn close, mi ò ní torí ẹ̀ pé kí n tún sọ fún ìyá yẹn tí wọ́n pé bọ́rọ̀ sí kàn báyìí tí mo fi ń sọ gbà àwọn kan tí mò ń.
Yeah, you know, now Sunday have relationship with these promoters, with all these people after being brought to Lagos, and I think Sunday went on to tell, you know, these promoters and these potential sponsors that, you know, this lady kicked him out because she has encountered fame and she's feeling too big now that that they are no more together. Well, really sad.
When exactly did he leave the picture?
Ó ti máa tó bóyá bí going to 4 years báyìí tẹ́mi àti ẹ̀ ti depart. Going to 4 years báyìí. So ìgbà tó máa nà mí kò ṣiṣẹ́ kò sí anything, èmi náà mo máa hustle lọ.
Nígbà tẹ́ wà ń Sùúrùlérè.
Bàtà wà ń Sùúrùlérè, mo máa hustle, mo máa forí já igbó káàkiri. So that
what man ṣe, what does he do in the house?
Ó máa sùn, tí ó bá sùn máa jáde, ó máa lọ ṣe fàájì, ó máa jáde lọ. Ìgbà máa lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ń tèmi. So that àwọn mi fẹ́ ká ọmọ mi fẹ́ kí ìyà jẹ ọmọ mi, ìyà tó jẹ mí fẹ́ ká ọmọ mi kan jẹ ìyà. So máa forí lágbó ṣe gbé ẹ lọ. Mi ò dẹ̀ disturb ẹ̀ pé kó máa ṣe fàájì rẹ̀, mi ò disturb ẹ̀ rárá. Bọ̀ nínú yẹn mi ò lè jẹ́ kọ́kùnrin kan pa mí fún àwọn ọmọ mi. So n ta fi depart ni ó dẹ̀ máa monitor mi tí mo bá lọ síbi iṣẹ́ tí mo ní photo shoot. Okay, ó lè dálẹ̀ kí n tó dé òru kí n tó wọlé. So mama ní èmi ti lọ bọ́kùnrin, àwọn ọkùnrin tí ń bá ẹ sùn, àwọn ọkùnrin tí ń ṣe gbá, àwọn ọkùnrin tí ń sàmánì kí n má lọ síbi iṣẹ́ mi. Ó kú wà nígbà tí manager mi tó pè mí pé mo ní photo shoot, ṣé kí n má lọ, kí mi náà máa sùn kalẹ̀ bí wọn náà ṣe ń sùn sílé, kébi máa pa ọmọ, kébi dẹ̀ máa pa gbogbo wa sínú ilé. Wọ́n máa ní irọ́ ni òun kọ́kùnrin, òun ṣe kíní kan, ọkùnrin kí ni? Sọ́kùnrin ló wà nínú orí mi láti máa kó ni, kí ni mò ń wá káàkiri.
That takes us to the next story, and this one is about Fred Amata and Agatha, right? So Fred Amata a month ago released a long epistle about Agatha, right? Said that, you know, this lady is supposed to inform him about their daughter getting married, right? And he put out this long stuff talking about how he was there for Agatha, how he uses resources to make sure that our show Inside Out, I think that's the name of the show, that the show worked out, that she even, according to him, became a billionaire through that. And after the divorce, Agatha is still bitter, you know, towards him, and he felt he does not deserve it, like after 20 years, right? Why would Agatha give their daughter hand in marriage to another man without his own presence? That was what he was, you know, trying to say. And people started dragging Ibinabo, the former AGN president. They started dragging her in all of this. She will later post, you know, a picture of Fred Amata with their daughter to show that, you know, I'm cool with Fred Amata. And also post a picture with Agatha, that Fred Amata's ex-wife. The wife Fred Amata is, you know, wrote that epistle to or sent it to. Now we started wondering, so who is really at fault? Is Agatha that bad? But, you know, Agatha was silent about all this, did not reply. And people likened, you know, this case, right, to Edochie's case. They said that Ibinabo is or was the Judy of that time. And I ask, what do you guys mean by you know, she is the Judy of their time? Because she herself and Fred Amata welcomed a child. And let's think about it. You welcomed a child while still with me. But this man, Fred Amata, I believe so, started dating Ibinabo Fiberesima after that marriage with Agatha. That's number one. And number two is Fred Amata didn't try to force polygamy on Agatha. They had issues. So where is the similarities? Yes, Ibinabo Fiberesima actually have their own issues, but I don't think it's anything similar to that. And she got married, I think, in 2014. Now, let us go back to why this lady did that. Why I think she did that. So it seemed to me like, this a thing where, again, we get to see these things, play out every day, where the father would just be absent in the life of the child. And usually, we've heard it on the streets, maybe from your neighbor or your friends or your brother or somebody say, when she grows up or when he grows up, he will find his father, Case like maybe this is one of those cases. I really can't say. But, this lady was interviewed 2 years ago before now, where she talked about this situation, right? And Fred Amata did not say anything, did not react to anything. She talked about how she cried. This was, an interview with Judy, right? How she cried, felt alone. She trained this child, how she was there for them. And my question is, where is Fred Amata in all of this?
But when after the marriage, taking care of the kids, because they were with you, I think.
Yeah.
How was single motherhood? How was single parenthood?
That's why I didn't have any friends.
Yes.
That's why I literally stopped everything and focused on my children. If you look around, even in my office, their bed was there. Everything about my life became about my children, because I realized that there was something missing, and even though I can't make up for it in full, I will do the best I can. So if it meant not going out, not keeping friends, not having late nights, they come back to my office, I drop them in school, I was a part of their life every day. Even when I sent them abroad to study, every month I was in their school. If they had Parents' Day, I was there. They had anything they had to do, I was there. I'll tell you the first time it hit me. I was waiting for my children to come back from England on holiday. I had prepared what we were going to do. I had our plans, how we usually do it, where we're going to, and everything. They were coming home for Easter. And as soon as they arrived, they had made their own arrangements. None of it included me. Not one. They didn't even remember that I exist.
Yes.
My son wanted to go off to his friend's house. My daughter, they had made their own plans. And this is the first time I'm going to share this publicly. I was in shock. They packed their bags and they were out of the house. I think it was on the second day after they came back that I sat down on the floor and I started crying. Because for the first time, I had never felt alone, even though I was alone. Because I just knew, my children are somewhere, they are coming. Do you understand? And then I've been waiting. And then they come. And they don't even send me. I cried that day. I think I must have cried for like an hour. Because I then realized that I was alone. So I consciously started to ask myself questions. My problem, so we're here now. I know it. I have been saying to myself, I want to have a life. I want to start going out. I don't know how to start. I'm somebody who gets home by 10, I'm asleep. I don't have any friends. My life has always been around my children and my work. That's all I know.
She was trying to pass this message that she single-handedly trained those kids. So if truly she single-handedly trained those kids, then I don't think anybody, to be honest, I don't think anybody deserves to have the right, even though you are the one who gave birth to those kids. If you are not in their life, you deserve to be ignored. What makes you think that the child will want you in their life? Now, maybe, Agatha just does not like this man, does not want him close to their kids. They have 2 kids together, does not want that, want him far away from their kids. And that is where the man must, go agree. You must not allow that to happen, because what they are trying to create in that situation is so that the child will grow up to hate the man. So you have to fight, just like Dio to the TUN situation, got married to the band sister, they had issues, got divorced, and the lady ran away with the kids. The guy continued to fight so that when the kids grow up, they will know that my dad made effort. Now, in everything that Fred Amata wrote, right? I did not see him talking about making efforts to see the kids, which are some of the things we have put. Maybe just didn't put it. I don't know. But there's no a line where he said, remember when I tried to see her, you took her away from me. There was nothing like that. It was just rant about him making her the billionaire that she is, or the millionaire that she is today, making sure that he used the resources to put her show together and stuff like that. That does not matter. You did not even mention that child. You making effort in that. Now the case at this point is not just about himself and Agatha. For me, you are addressing an issue that's got to do with your child, you not being present or giving the invitation to come to your child's wedding. It should be, didn't I try my best to be in the life of your child? Wasn't I there? That should be it. For now, the whole how I made you should be put at one part first. But he mentioned something was consistent in his statement. The good wife. So I think he's trying to say that everybody sees Agatha as the good wife. So she will never be wrong in people's eyes, even in their eyes of family, which I get. But first talk about the child, and I think that's probably where he got it wrong. I hope that he's able to write another statement and tell us what he did, his effort, in that child's life.
So tomorrow, there are people who still tell me that they pray that Fred and I will get back together. I meet the people every day. I know that everybody wishes you well, right. But I always say to people, you can't wish me better than I wish myself. It's not possible. So if on my wedding day, as I was dancing and rejoicing, I certainly had no plans to leave the marriage. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody who on their wedding day is calculating the divorce day, except the person is crazy. But life happens, and it is better, especially for women, and I say this, that you realize when it is no longer adding and it starts subtracting from you. It is very important, because you can get to a place. I say this because the first thing I had a lot of people saying was, your children, for the sake of your children, for the sake of your children.
So she said that part, that she tried to do something, but it did not work.
And let me say clearly, an unhappy home can never breed happy children. It's not possible. There's no theory. And if anything is going to injure those children and their outlook and their approach to marriage, the best you can do is for both of you to try to remain friends, as difficult as it may be, which is what I tried to do. It didn't work. It just didn't. I'm not going to beat myself for the rest of my life. I'm not the first. I will not be the last. Did both of us try? We did. It just wasn't working. But we have 2 children. And for the rest of my life, I had to acknowledge certain things. There's no way they would mention Fred Amata that they won't mention Agatha Amata. Because I have 2 children for him. And I married him. So there's, even when they don't beat you, they say Fred Amata's ex-wife. That's the introduction. It doesn't matter what, I'm sure that even if I remarry and they say the former wife of, that's how they're going to still do it. I'll be a fool to think I can wish that away. So why not just embrace it?
Now, going back to, Ibinabo Fiberesim being dragged in all of this, for me, I don't think Ibinabo trying to tell people that we're in good terms. Myself and Agatha, we are in good terms. Yeah, even though I have a child for my ex-husband, I'm good with Agatha. There's no reason at this point, that I both matured and all that. But there's no point. She's not passing any point trying to tell people that, oh, I took a picture with Agatha, we're good and stuff like that, just to let people know that there's no bad blood here. And she later shared pictures or a picture of their daughter, like her own daughter, with Fred Amata. Shared it on social media, So some people are like, oh, wait, are you trying to now tell us that, oh, you are the good one because you allow Fred into the life of your daughter, or trying to, discredit what Agatha did, or maybe Agatha is the problem? I really don't know. But if a man is in a child's life, definitely the woman be proud to share. So personally, I think somebody should advise Fred Amata to come up, probably do an interview, and talk about this. Well, that's why I'm going to hold it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, until we see you next time. Peace.
Mo ṣe rántí ọjọ́ kan time December ní bóyá 2 years sínsìn or 3 years sínsìn. Fún ẹsẹ̀ ló mú phone tó pè mí gbà yẹn pé send me your account number. Mo fẹ́ ra aṣọ fún àwọn ọmọ so that wọ́n máa lè wọ aṣọ yẹn fún December. Mo dẹ̀ máa bá yín send owó oúnjẹ náà. Inú mi ṣe dùn lọ́jọ́ yẹn pé Ọlọ́run mọ̀ ṣe o, láti bóyá 2 years tí ó ti pè mí àti ọmọ sílẹ̀ tí ó pè tí ó bother anything tí ó béèrè àwọn ọmọ mo ní Ọlọ́run mọ̀ ṣe o. Mo bá send account number láti bóyá 3 years sínsìn mi ò rá láti débi pé mo máa rówó because lágbà tí ò ti anything ní ọwọ́ mi mọ́ àti jẹ àti mú ó difficult. So àǹtí Àsúkà àti àǹtí Tiwa Bello n ò fi mí sílẹ̀. Wọ́n really try fún mi gan ni. Because tí wàá ṣe ti àǹtí Tiwa Bello àtàǹtí Àsúkà mo ti bá padà sí bakery láti máa ta búrẹ́dì padà.
Calm down, just
àbí
take your time.
kí òun ṣe lè gbọ́rọ̀ mi mọ́ báyìí wọn lè gbọ́ pé Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ó wà níbì kan mọ́ ta ló ń jẹ́ Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ ọ̀pá tí ó sẹ́ni tí mi ò rẹ́ bí mi ò rí ara mi ò rẹ́ ní bọ́ọ̀dì kò sọ̀rẹ́ àtọ̀ fún àǹtí Tiwa Bello àtàǹtí Àsúkà because
ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ àbí wà àti àǹtí Tiwa Bello.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àjọ máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ àtàǹtí Tiwa Bello àtàǹtí Àsúkà pẹ̀kọ́ àǹtí Tiwa Bello sọ fún mi pé Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ máa ro anything gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ fún ẹ ó máa padà wá máa gbàdúrà àwọn tó máa mọ nǹkan dájúdájú pé ò lè padà sí bakery láti lọ máa ta búrẹ́dì gbogbo anything táwọn bá ní àwọn máa fi assist ẹ Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ yẹn àǹtí Tiwa Bello the same thing àǹtí Àsúkà náà táwọn náà pè mí pé Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ máa ro anything tó bá ti need máa pè mí o lè padà sí bakery láti máa ta búrẹ́dì àwọn òde ní jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kó sọ́fà wọn ní jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kan jìyà rárá gbọ́n táwọn bá ti ní lágbára ọmọ máa ṣe fún ẹ so wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe fún mi ní àti Tiwa Bello àtàǹtí Àsúkà wọ́n really try fún mi gan ni mi ní pé wọ́n gbà mí mi nípa àǹtí Tiwa Bello àtàǹtí Àsúkà mi ní pé wọ́n gbà mí máa kàn lówó nínú àkáǹtì mi ni bóyá látọ̀dọ̀ àǹtí Tiwa Bello kò ní bóyá bí wíìkì yẹn náà máa tún látọ̀dọ̀ àǹtí Àsúkà máa pè wọ́n pé àǹtí thank you wọ́n náà mọ̀ pé you need it tí mo bá béèrè ó yẹ káwọn mọ̀ pé àwọn máa fún mi because àwọn mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́nìtì lọ́wọ́ mi so àǹtí Àsúkà ti pè mí rí lọ́jọ́ kan pé Ọlájùmọ̀kẹ́ come to my house kí wọ́n á gbé food stuff nílé wọ́n ti bá mi ra rice ẹ̀wà òróró gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí wọ́n á gbé ní ilé àwọn tó mo dẹ̀ lọ gbé mo ní àǹtí ẹ̀ ṣe gan ni o the same thing bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àǹtí Tiwa Bello náà wọ́n máa ń send mi owó sí mi tí má ti pè wọ́n báyìí pé àǹtí mo broke báyìí ní àdìtí wa gbèlò wọ́n máa send owó sí mi pé kí n lọ fi ra food stuff fún àwọn ọmọ mi kí n fi take care ara mi àti àwọn ọmọ mi òkú.
Do you have any assistance regarding your children?
ǹjẹ́ so ní táìmù tó 2016 yẹn àwọn tó ń sponsor school wọn IBTC Stanbic so àwọn ni wọ́n san school fees wọn nígbà tí
wọ́n fún wọn sponsorship nígbà yẹn.
yes nígbà 2016 yẹn so àwọn ni wọ́n san wọ́n dẹ̀ ń sanwó yẹn náà till now so
till 2024 they are still paying.
yeah that 2016 tí wọ́n ti ń sanwó school fees wọ́n dẹ̀ ń san náà báyìí.
Wow, that's amazing.